Welcome back. Today we are going to be focusing on getting into that flexibility of those hips and into those hamstrings while still maintaining good and beautiful deep core activations. We are going to be starting seated at the back of our mat in a crisscross position. I want you to lengthen that spine. We're going to start with a little bit of spine mobility. So let's inhale. And as we exhale, we're reaching our arms up towards the sky and reaching forward as far as we can. Allow that spine to stretch. Try and keep your glutes on the floor. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, rounding and rolling your spine all the way back as you bring your hands up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, bringing them behind you, interlacing those hands and lifting those arms up as we inhale, and exhale, reaching all the way down and bringing those arms all the way overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, rolling yourself back up, lifting those arms back up to the sky. Inhaling, exhaling, lowering yourself all the way back down, pushing those arms towards the floor and away from that body. Deep breath in. Exhale, rounding that spine, lifting those arms back up towards the sky and interlacing them back behind you. This is the last one that you're doing. Let's lift those arms up towards the sky as you bring those arms overhead and bring that chest towards the floor. Now coming back up, keeping those hands behind you. We're just loosening them away from each other and we are placing them on the mat behind us. Let's inhale, and as we exhale, we are lifting our hips up towards the sky as we open that chest and slowly back down, reaching arms up and over and bringing that chest back to the floor. We're just going to do 3 of these, rolling yourself back up, lifting arms up, bringing those hands behind you and lifting those hips up as we lift that head up towards the sky. And slowly back down. We've got 1 more of these, reaching forward, allowing that body to warm up as we're moving, slowly waking up those muscles. Bring those arms back behind you and lifting those hips up, inhaling and exhaling, reaching your arms up and over and forward, and then turning over into an all fours position, progressing into our cat stretch, placing those hands comfortably under those shoulders, knees comfortably under hips. Let's inhale, and as we're exhaling, rounding that spine up towards the sky, and now dropping it down and opening that chest. And as we're doing this, we're inhaling and exhaling, allowing that body to stretch out, getting ready for those beautiful deep muscular activations and hip opening exercises that we are about to do. And last one, let's push that spine up and now dropping it down, opening that chest, coming back to center. Let's get those hips parallel to one another and that core in that neutral position. Let's take that left leg, we're going to lift it up towards the sky, keeping that 90 degree and then opening it towards the side, and we're just going to do a few circles in this direction, allowing that core to maintain activation as we open those hips up and around. And let's do 2 more. And back to center. Now we're reversing the movement, going outwards first. And 2. Keeping those shoulders stable. 3 and 4 and 5. Keep going. We're doing 8 and 7 and 8. Then back up. Getting that knee right up towards the sky. Flexing that ankle. We're just going to do little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and extending and bending that knee. And as we extend, we're pointing that toe, and as we flex, we are flexing that ankle. And let's keep going, keeping that core tight, and slowly dropping that knee down, and transferring that weight onto that left hand side, lifting that right knee up, again lifting up towards the outside and back in. So we're just doing nice little circles with that hip. Try to focus on keeping the position of your pelvis as you're moving that hip around, allowing that mobility to come into those hips. And let's do 2 more. And changing directions back to center, bring that knee outwards first and around and back. And really work hard on getting that hip up by activating the glute. And let's do 3 more, keeping good posture with the rest of the body. And coming back up to center, flexing that ankle, bending that knee, bring that foot towards the sky, and we're doing little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. We are extending that knee as we point those toes for 10. Keep going. And point and bend. And we've got 4 more. Keep working. Keep that glute activated to keep that height of that leg. Keeping core tight. Keeping that posture. And last one. Bringing that leg back down and leaning back into rest position. Pushing your shoulders into the ground. Lifting yourself all the way back up. And tucking those toes in under those feet to lift yourself up, bringing those hips up towards the sky and allowing that body to stretch out, drawing your head through those shoulders. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're pushing both heels into the ground. And deep breath in, exhale, pushing the left heel onto the ground as you bend that right knee. And we're just going to walk our legs out for a few moments, and inhaling, exhale, pushing both heels into the ground as we draw that head through those arms. And from here, we're going to bend that right leg towards the front of our hands and leaning into that front knee, keeping that back leg behind you, lifting arms up. And slowly inhaling back down as we place both hands on the floor and extend that front foot. And slowly coming back, lifting up. And that's the movement. Allow that hip flexor to stretch. And then that hamstring as you extend that front knee. And all the way back up. And last one, lifting up, coming down, and extending that front knee. We're just going to hold in this position for a little bit. Let's inhale, exhale, trying to bring that chest closer towards that knee as we extend both legs as much as we can. Let's take a deep breath and slowly bring that leg back behind you, leaning straight into plank position. Holding here for a few moments, making sure that you have that deep core activation, those heels are above those toes, looking straight down in front of you. And from here, we are going to lift that right leg off the floor, and we are going to lift it towards the right hand side into toe tap, back up, back to center into toe tap. That's 1. Keep going, back to center. We're doing 8 of these, keeping that stability. Outwards to the side, toe tap. We're halfway. Keep going, keeping that control. 2 more. And 8. Back to center, lifting it up off the floor. We're slowly going to drop ourselves down and holding in this position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping both feet on the mat and opening that chest. Slowly lifting yourself back up, lifting those glutes up towards the sky, pushing your head through those arms, rotating that tailbone. Pushing both heels into the ground. Deep breath in. And exhaling, lifting that left leg in front of you and stacking that vertebra. Leaning forward, lifting arms up towards the sky, leaning into that front knee. Inhaling, and as we're exhaling, placing hands on the floor as you extend that front knee. Allowing those hip flexors to stretch out and those hamstrings. Keeping that back knee off the floor as we're working. And let's do one more. Lifting up, extending arms up towards the sky as you follow your hands with your eyes. Coming back down, extending that front leg and holding, leaning into that knee as far as you can go. So let's just enjoy the stretch for a little bit. Deep breath. Exhale, bending that knee. And coming back into that plank position. We're going to hold here. Let's take a few deep breaths. Staying in this position for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now doing the same thing with the other leg. Left leg up, toe tap, up to the side, toe tap. That's 1. Keep going, keeping that posture. Looking right in front of you as we're working. Keep going, keeping that core tight. We've got 2 more. Coming back to center. Deep breath in, keeping that leg off the floor. Dropping down into push-up and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping both legs down, opening that chest. And slowly lifting those glutes back up towards the sky as you draw your head through those arms. And let's just allow the heart rate to slow down here for a few moments before we progress into our next sequence. Let's take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, we're lifting that right leg up and then placing it on the back of our left heel, leaning into that plank position while we have that right foot over the back of our left heel. And from here we're going to inhale, exhale, lifting up and then back into plank. That's 1 and 2, 3, keep going, 4, we've got 3 more, keeping core tight, and 5. And when we lean back, I want you to push your left heel right into the ground. And last one, lifting up, coming back into that plank position, lifting that right leg up, bringing it next to that right foot. From here we can either walk our legs from left to right, but if you're feeling like you want more of a challenge, we are going to do our jumps from left to right, opening those hips as we jump. And we're going to do 10 of these. Let's do 6 more. That's 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And bringing that right leg back behind you, lifting that left leg up, place on the back of that right heel, inhale, exhale, lifting those glutes up Then back to center. That's 1. Exhale, lifting up. Back to center, keeping core tight. Keep going. Be halfway. We've got 3 more. And lifting up, keeping those hips there. Dropping that left foot back onto the ground. And just allowing that heart rate to slow down. Pushing both heels into the ground. Slowly bending those knees. And leaning into that rest position. Pushing those shoulders into the ground. Let's take a deep inhale. Well done for completing that workout with me. If you did find that you struggled through some of the movements, then again, I'd recommend that you decrease some of the reps and rest more frequently in between the workouts so that you can make sure that you can maintain a good quality activation that is effective. You don't want to find activations in the incorrect parts of your body, because then you actually just strain yourself and not really doing the workout correctly, which then isn't really going to enhance your performance going forward. Keep up the good work, and I will see you in the next video.